Sustainable forest management essentially means not cutting more than you can grow over time. This is very important because we want to not only be able to produce more timber products for society and for local economies, but also because we want to learn how to increase the carbon stocks in the forest as well as our ability to sequester more carbon in the future. If you're not managing a forest sustainably, you're depleting the amount of timber you can generate as well as the amount of carbon that you're storing in the forest. This only exacerbates climate change. The forester's primary job is to work with the landowner objectives and to help them implement forest management practices that meet those objectives. For some landowners, those objectives are primarily about wildlife and recreation. For other landowners, it's about timber revenue. Increasingly, some of those landowner objectives include carbon revenue to balance some of those other objectives like timber and wildlife habitat. A forester works on the ground, learning about the forest, inventorying the forest, measuring how much wood is there, maybe how much carbon is there, looking at different habitats, and putting that all together into a forest management plan. Then, once they and the landowner agree on that forest management plan, it's the forester's job to implement that over many years. If your goal is to increase carbon sequestration over time, that might mean foregoing some forest harvest, foregoing some timber revenue early on so that you can get more carbon in the future. So a forester's job, working in conjunction with the landowner and the logger, plays a critical role in the future forests that we're going to rely on for our natural climate solutions.
One of the principal problems in conservation and forest management generally is lack of money. Conservation funding historically has not been commensurate to the scale of the problem that we face in terms of forest conservation and forest management. And so the promise of carbon finance is an extremely important revenue stream that might match the scale of the challenge that we're facing.
For our carbon analysis and our ratings process, what's going to happen in the future forests is just as important as what happens during the harvest.
The key question and the key goal for us at BeZero is to ensure that the climate impacts are credible such that that stream of conservation finance persists and grows and delivers on its promise.
Landowners and the foresters that work with them have lots of different objectives for their forests, but they don't always have the right tools to achieve those objectives. Carbon finance provides another tool in the toolbox for foresters and landowners to work together to pay for the trade-offs of reducing forest harvest now that helps mitigate our future climate problems.